What is up, guys? It's Carly here bringing you day number 10 of my 31 Days of Horror 2025, and today we have a movie that about did me in. It is just not my type of film at all, and honestly, I've tried to watch it several times and really just could not get into it. I think I said I pre-record these videos, so these are being made like well before the actual 31 days. Sorry if that's not authentic, but anyway. Yeah, so I tried to watch this several times, and I finally was just like, I just gotta make a video, get past it, and then move on to hopefully bigger and better things. But it's another one, this Croczilla pack, and that is Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet from the year 1965, and it only runs 74 minutes, but it's a space movie. And if you guys know or watch me, hear me on podcasts, whatever, you know, I don't really like my space moves. I'm just not a big fan. The concept is boring to me. The concept of space is just not, it doesn't do anything for me. Just hearing people talk in astronaut language and everything, I just can't do it. Anything science fiction-y, really, just not a big fan of. But anyway, this movie is essentially about this crew that goes to Venus, and I believe it's supposed to be in like the year 2020, which is very weird to think about. Obviously, this was made in 1965, so 2020 is their future. If only they could see how stupid 2020 actually turned out to be. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah, they're going to explore Venus, and when they are up there, things go wrong because there are just a bunch of creatures and killer plants and basically like dinosaurs, stuff like that, and plants that come to life and stuff on Venus, and, you know, people are just getting dead or attacked and stuff. And then I believe this other crew comes to save them or figure out what happened, search for those survivors, basically. So yeah, that's kind of the story. It's a story of exploring Venus, and Venus turns out to be not a great planet to explore. It's got a lot of creatures and stuff you don't want to mess with on it. But yeah, you know, the movie, I will say, it's a B movie for sure. I believe it's actually, I think Roger Corman might have produced this one. If not, I don't know. There's like a Russian version of the film that came out, I think in 1962 or something like that. So this movie, as well as another one from 1968, are kind of adapted from the same story, which is kind of interesting. Not gonna watch either of those movies though, because yeah, not a fan of space. But anyway, what I was gonna say was it is like a B film, so a little bit cheesy, but also I think they do a good job with like the set design and whatnot. There's a lot of cool visuals for it being a lower budget film, so I can appreciate that. You know, the dinosaurs, monsters, killer plants look decent. You know, they're a little bit silly in a way. There are some scenes that are kind of laughable just looking at them, but I think that, you know, that's kind of the fun of it, the charm of it, with it being a B film. So there's that. But yeah, they do a good job of making it look authentic, at least. But again, it's all in space, and the quality, once again, of the film is not too great. Obviously, it's like DVD quality, and just the look, it just feels very grainy, and sometimes it's kind of even hard to hear the audio, which, you know, it's just an older, cheap film, so take that for what it is. But yeah, it was okay. I think if you're into sci-fi films, if you like cheesy B movies, you might enjoy it. If you like seeing some cool, again, cheesy monster effects, you'll probably get behind this one. But for me, not for me. Not one that I'll ever really plan to rewatch or anything like that. I've tried to watch it multiple times, like I said. Pretty much late at night and fell asleep, or just kind of found myself looking at my phone and just not getting into it. So yeah, not a big fan. I would give it a 3.5 out of 10. I mean, it's kind of harsh, but it's a watchable film. It's just not at all, it's not watchable for me, I guess. So yeah, 3.5 out of 10 for Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet, and that'll do it. I think after this we get into some 1970s films. I have a few of that. I think the next one up on my list might be a Hammer film, so that's great. We all, well, you know, if you've heard me on podcasts, I'm not a big fan of Hammer horror either, so we'll see though. I've gotten older and I've matured a bit in my taste. I've become more open-minded, so maybe it's been a while since I've watched a classic Hammer movie, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll surprise myself. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll hate it more than ever before. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me for day number 10 here on my 31 Days of Horror 2025, and I'll see you tomorrow for day number 11.